Dear readers and listeners, we are thrilled to be bringing you the Magic School Bus books in this exciting read-along format. You may notice that some parts of the text might be read in a slightly different order, but we assure you that all of the story and facts are there. We did this because this order made the most sense for listeners. We want the listening experience to be as rich as the reading experience. Also, please don't forget to listen to the student reports at the end of the recording that will be read by Ms. Frizzle herself. Thanks for listening and reading. We hope you enjoy this Magic School Bus adventure. Best wishes, Bruce Deegan and Joanna Cole.
The Magic School Bus. Inside the Human Body. Written by Joanna Cole. Illustrated by Bruce Deegan.
We're going to learn about ourselves. This should interest you, Arnold.
I can't take the pressure.
It all began when Ms. Frizzle showed our class a film strip about the human body. We knew trouble was about to start because we knew Ms. Frizzle was the strangest teacher in the school.
A film strip is only the beginning, you know.
Yeah, I bet she has books about this too.
When's recess? The very next day, the Frizz made us do an experiment on our own bodies.
Ooh, weird.
Then she announced that we were going on a class trip to the Science Museum. We were going to see an exhibit about how our bodies get energy from the food we eat.
Your cells need energy to help you grow, move, talk, think, and play.
Just being in Ms. Frizzle's class takes all my energy.
The trip started out like any other trip. We rode to the museum in the old school bus. Along the way, we stopped at a park for lunch.
Leftover fish sticks? Ick. I'll trade you these terrific fish sticks for that horrible peanut butter and banana sandwich.
Forget it.
Take a look at her shoes.
Please, I'm eating.
When it was time to go, everyone got back on the bus. Everyone but Arnold. He was still at the picnic table, daydreaming and eating a bag of Cheesy Wheezies.
When you eat, your body digests the food, so your cells can use it to make energy. Hurry up, Arnold,
called Ms. Frizzle. She reached for the ignition key, but instead she pushed a strange little button nearby.
Arnold's really out to lunch.
At once, we started shrinking and spinning through the air. From inside, we couldn't see what was happening. All we knew was that we landed suddenly.
Gulp. Hey, where's the bus?
And then we were going down a dark tunnel. We had no idea where we were. But as usual, Ms. Frizzle knew. She said we were inside a human body, going down the esophagus, the tube that leads from the mouth to the stomach. Most of us were too upset about leaving Arnold behind to pay much attention.
Where's Arnold?
He got left. That's what happens when you eat junk food.
I thought we were going to the museum.
There's been a slight change of plans. We're being digested instead. We are now passing into the stomach,
said Ms. Frizzle. It wasn't exactly quiet in there. The walls of the stomach moved in and out, churning and mashing the food into a thick liquid. The bus was turning round and round, and digestive juice splashed the windows. Now we knew how it felt to be a hamburger.
Roll up your windows, children.
Yuck! Ms. Frizzle drove to the bottom of the stomach.
We'll drive through this opening to the small intestine,
she said.
In the small intestine, food is broken down into molecules, tiny enough for the body cells to use.
I want to go home.
But this is educational.
Does education have to be this messy?
I don't feel so good. Maybe it was something I ate.
Poor kid.
The small intestine was a coiled-up hollow tube. The inner walls of the tube were covered with tiny fingers called villi.
In the villi are tiny blood vessels. Food molecules are taken into these blood vessels,
said Ms. Frizzle.
Once the food is in the blood, it can travel all over the body.
We felt ourselves getting even smaller, and Ms. Frizzle started driving into one of the villi. She was going straight into a blood vessel.
Class, the bus is following the path of the food molecules into the blood.
I wish Arnold were here to see this.
Yeah, it's so gross.
You mean this body thinks we're food?
That's better than being waste. Now we were in the blood, but it did not look red,
Blood is not just a red liquid.
explained Ms. Frizzle.
Blood is made of cells floating in a clear fluid.
Those cells look like red rubber saucers, someone called out.
Those are red blood cells.
Ms. Frizzle said.
Red blood cells carry oxygen from the lungs to all the cells of the body.
Did you see that? Here and there, a white blood cell was busy destroying disease germs,
White blood cells are like soldiers protecting your body from enemies.
said Ms. Frizzle.
The white blood cell ate the germ.
That's disgusting.
Looking back, we saw a white blood cell chasing the bus,
We'll be safer with the red blood cells, kids.
said Ms. Frizzle. She reached for the handle that controlled the bus's doors. Don't do it, we cried. But when did Ms. Frizzle ever listen? The doors of the bus flew open.
That white blood cell must think the school bus is a germ.
Well, the bus is pretty dirty.
We were swept out of the bus and into the bloodstream,
Everybody, hitch a ride!
called the Frizz. Each kid grabbed a red blood cell as it went by. Our last glimpse of the bus was when it went into another blood vessel, with the white blood cell right behind it. Why can't we just have spelling tests like other kids?
We'll never get out of here now.
These red blood cells have turned dull red. They need more oxygen.
Meanwhile,
Oh my gosh! I'm lost!
Don't panic.
the next thing we knew, we had flowed into the heart.
Inside the heart are 4 hollow spaces called chambers.
Said Ms. F.
Each chamber is a little pump.
The 2 chambers on the right side of the heart took in used blood from the body and pumped it to the lungs.
Have a heart, Ms. Frizzle. Get us out of here.
In the lungs, the red cells picked up fresh oxygen.
We get new oxygen from the air each time we breathe in. We get rid of a waste gas, carbon dioxide, each time we breathe out.
My heart is pounding.
Take a deep breath. You'll be okay.
From the lungs, our red blood cells carried us back to the heart. This time we were on the left side of the heart, the side that pumps fresh blood back to the body again.
Kids, it looks as if these red blood cells are on their way to the brain.
Said Ms. Frizzle.
Look, When the red blood cells pick up oxygen, they turn bright red.
Class, those brain cells need more oxygen.
We'll never get home unless we find the bus.
Maybe we'll find it in the brain. Which way back to school?
Use your brain.
When we reached the brain, we let go of our red blood cells and squeezed out of the blood vessel. It was hard to believe that this wrinkled gray blob was the control center of the body.
Children, we are walking on the cerebral cortex, the pinkish-gray outer layer of the brain. Without it, we couldn't see, hear, smell, touch, taste, talk, move, or think.
Ms. Frizzle said the brain is made of billions of busy nerve cells. They are constantly sending and receiving messages from the eyes, ears, muscles, and other parts of the body.
Do you think we'll be smarter after this?
I hope so. Where's the bus?
Let's see. Ms. Frizzle was driving that way to the museum, so our school must be this way.
Good thinking.
We left the head by climbing down the bones of the spine. Inside the bones was the spinal cord, a thick bundle of nerve cells stretching from the brain. Smaller bundles of nerve cells branched out from each side of the spinal cord. These carried nerve messages to all the parts of the body.
The spinal cord connects the brain with the nerves that go to the body.
I think I'm losing my nerve. Don't look down.
We followed some nerves that went to the leg muscles. The leg muscles were working hard. They needed a lot of energy. They used up a lot of food and oxygen from the blood. The heart was beating faster to carry fresh blood to the muscle cells.
Children, we are sliding on a muscle. From here, we'll return to the bloodstream.
I wonder where Arnold is now.
I have the strangest feeling he's close by.
I'll get there sooner if I run.
The more active you are, the faster your heart beats.
We entered a nearby blood vessel. The blood was moving so fast, we were afraid we would lose each other. But at that moment, the school bus floated by. What a relief! We jumped on and went up through the heart and lungs again, just the way we went before.
Class, we're on the way out of the body.
Relax, we're going back now.
I can't relax as long as I see blood cells outside the window. When we emerged from the bloodstream, we were in a huge open space. "Where are we?" asked a kid. Ms. Frizzle explained.
Children, this is the nasal cavity,
"The what?" we asked.
the inside of the nose.
Said the Frizz. Suddenly, we heard a deafening noise. It sounded like,
We're in a nose? I am so grossed out. This time she's gone too far.
I think I'm going to sneeze.
Use your hanky.
Then we heard, shoo!
Class, the sound you hear is a sneeze. Anything in the nose can make you sneeze. It could be a bit of dirt or dust or some bacteria.
In this case, it happens to be a school bus.
A tremendous blast of air hit the bus full force. We flew forward, spinning around and around.
Children, prepare for landing. Please remain seated until the school bus has come to a complete stop.
Is she for real?
Achoo!
Gesundheit.
We were going so fast, we couldn't see anything. but we could tell we were getting bigger. A blast of air hit the bus full force. We flew forward, spinning around and around.
Children, prepare for landing. Please remain seated until the school bus has come to a complete stop.
Is she for real?
Achoo!
Gesundheit.
We were going so fast, we couldn't see anything, but we could tell we were getting bigger. Then, thud! We landed. There we were, back at school. And there was Arnold in the school parking lot, blowing his nose.
We're back!
Look! There's Arnold!
Arnold! We said. The trip was amazing. You should have been there.
Where were you?
Where were you?
Back in the classroom, it was business as usual. Ms. Frizzle made us draw a chart of the human body for the bulletin board.
Can we slip these kidneys in behind the intestines?
Kidneys? Liver? I guess we didn't have time to go there.
Thank goodness. What a trip!
I'd like to go to the lungs again.
I'd rather go to Hawaii.
Hey!
At last, everything was quiet in Ms. Frizzle's class. Everything, of course, except her dress.
She must buy her clothes in outer space.
Don't give her any ideas.
Stop! Take this test. Do not watch TV yet. Do not get a snack yet. Do not play a video game yet. First, take this test.
Class! Everyone, please take your seats. We're going to take a short true or false test. Question number 1. A school bus can enter someone's body and kids can go on a tour. True or false? You're right. False. That could not happen in real life. Not even to Arnold. But in this story, the author had to make it happen. Otherwise, the book would have been about a trip to a museum instead of a trip through the body. Question number 2. Museums are boring. True or false? No. False! Museums are interesting and fun. But they are not as weird and gross as actually going inside a human body. Question number 3. Arnold should not have tried to get back to school by himself. True or false? Yes, true. In real life, it would have been safer if Arnold had found a police officer to help. Question number 4. Children cannot breathe or talk when they are surrounded by a liquid. True or false? Yes! Great, children! True! If children were really inside a blood vessel, they would drown. It must have been magic. Question number 5. If the children really were as small as cells, we couldn't see them without a microscope. True or false? Yes! True! The pictures in this book show the cells and the children greatly enlarged. Question number 6. White blood cells actually chase and destroy disease germs. True or false? Oh, no, this is true! As unbelievable as it seems, real white blood cells actually behave just like the ones in this book. They even squeeze through the cells of blood vessel walls to capture germs in your organs and tissues. Question number 7. Ms. Frizzle really knew where Arnold was the whole time. True or false? Ooh, probably true. No one is absolutely sure, but most people think Ms. Frizzle knows everything.
Please do not write in this book. Thank you.
Class, one more thing before we go home. You all did such a great job on your reports that I'm going to read them out loud. Please go back and open your books to page 6. We'll start with Your Body is Made of Cells by Rachel. Your body seems to be all one piece, but actually, it is made of trillions of tiny pieces called cells. Next, on page 7, Different Kinds of Cells Have Different Jobs by Gregory. Lung cells help you breathe. Muscle cells help you move. Brain cells help you think. Turn to page 8. Your mouth has thousands of taste buds by Arnold. Different parts of the mouth have taste buds that are best at detecting different flavors. New research shows that the taste buds are arranged like this: bitter, sour, salt, sweet. Did you know? The middle of your tongue has no taste buds. Next, on page 9, Your Body Needs Good Food by Carmen. For high energy and good growing power, eat lots and lots of whole grain bread, cereal and pasta, fresh fruits and vegetables. Eat a smaller amount of milk and milk products, meat, poultry, eggs, fish, and fats, and not too much junk food. A Science Word by Dorothy Ann. Digestion comes from a word that means to divide. When food is digested, it is divided into smaller and smaller parts. Turn to page 11. Food goes to your stomach through the esophagus by Wanda. The food does not just fall down. It is pushed along by muscle actions the way toothpaste is squeezed out of a tube. That's why you can swallow even when you are upside down. Turn to page 12. Why Does Your Stomach Growl? By Phil. Sometimes your stomach churns when there is not much food in it. Then, the gases in your stomach make a gurgling sound. Turn to page 14. Why Are the Intestines Coiled Up? By John. In an adult, the intestines are 7.5 meters, 25 feet, long. If they were stretched out straight, a person would have to be as tall as a house. Next, page 15. Another Science Word by Dorothy Ann. Blood vessels are tubes that carry blood. They are like pipelines running through your body. Turn to page 16. What is Blood Made Of? By Molly. A little more than half the blood is a yellowish fluid called plasma. The rest of the blood is made of floating cells and platelets. Why is blood red? By Shirley. Without a microscope, blood looks red because there are so many red blood cells in it. In every drop of blood, there are millions of red blood cells. Page 17. What is Blood For? By Ralph. Your blood is like a delivery service. It carries food and oxygen to your body's cells and waste products away from the cells. Turn to page 20. Your Heart is a Pump by Flory. When the walls of the heart chambers squeeze together, they pump out blood. just the way you can squeeze water out of a plastic squeeze bottle. Your heart pumps used blood into the lungs to get fresh oxygen. Turn to page 22. Blood Goes Round and Round by Michael. In less than a minute, your blood makes a trip all around your body. This is called the circulation of the blood. And below, one more science word by Dorothy Ann. Circulate comes from a word that means to circle. Blood circulates, circles, all around your body. Turn to page 24. Your Brain is Always Working by Alex. Even when you're sleeping, your brain controls your heartbeat, breathing, and other body functions. Page 26. If You Want to Move a Muscle by Amanda Jane. The motor area in the cortex of your brain sends out a message to move. The message travels down the spinal cord and through the nerves that control the muscles. And next on page 27, Muscles Move Your Bones by Tim. Some muscles are attached to bones. When the muscles contract, get shorter, they pull on the bones. That makes the bones move, and then you move. Turn to page 30. What Makes You Sneeze by Phoebe. If something is tickling the inside of your nose, the tickling signals your brain. The brain makes you take an extra big breath. That's when you say, "Ah!" Then your brain makes your chest muscles squeeze your lungs. Air rushes out at speeds of up to 100 miles per hour. That's when you say, "Chew!"
We hope you have enjoyed this production of The Magic School Bus Inside the Human Body by Joanna Cole and Bruce Deegan. This program was produced and directed by Cheryl Smith. Text copyright 1989 by Joanna Cole. Illustrations copyright 1989 by Bruce Deegan. Production copyright 2010, Scholastic Inc. All rights reserved.